Hey everybody, Mike Venezia here from Taylor Guitars, here to talk to you today about our Builder's Edition series that we're starting to make at Taylor. Now, Andy Powers is known as being our master guitar designer, and he's a master player as well. The guy knows how to play. He can run circles around most anybody I know as far as acoustic guitar playing. And because of that, it's great to have him as our guitar designer because he thinks about the player as he's designing a guitar. None more so than the Builder's Edition guitars that we're making now. Now, what Andy wanted to do was he tried to take away all the downsides that he winds up coming across when he's playing a guitar and really enhance the playing experience for the player. Now, how he did that was a multitude of things that you'll find on all Builder's Edition guitars. This one right here happens to be a K14 CE Builder's Edition. This is just the first in a series of Builder's Editions that we're going to be making at Taylor. This one in particular, the K means it's going to be part of the Koa series. So this actually has Koa sides and back, and it has a Kona burst finish on it, kind of give it a bit of a darker look to it. And this guitar also features a torrefied spruce top. So it's going to give you that warmth right out of the box. Koa tends to be a bit of a stiff wood, so having a spruce top on it to kind of give it a little bit of warmth and projection out of the box is a great attribute to have. But as far as the playing experience and comfort, this is where these guitars really shine. First thing you'll notice is there's a beveled armrest. This is something that we've been doing at Taylor Guitars on some of our other series, like our Presentation and our 900s. And we have a version of this on our 800 series Deluxe, as well as our Academy series. But this is the full beveled armrest on this guitar for comfort, ease of playing. As you're playing the guitar, you're not pulling it into your body or choking the top out. Plus, you don't get that crease on your forearm that you might get after playing those coffee house gigs for 3 or 4 hours. Really comfortable. But then he took it a step further. And not only do we have a beveled armrest, but he rounded off all the edges on the sides and back of the instrument on the binding itself. All the edges are chamfered. They're all rolled off. So it's very smooth no matter where you're holding it on your body. Then, as you can see, this guitar has a satin finish to it. Now, it's called a silent satin finish. We do satin finishes on some of our other guitars at Taylor, but this is a very special one. This one is called silent satin because as you rub your arm over the top or as you're rubbing it against your body, rubbing the guitar against your body, you don't actually hear that motion. It's a very smooth satin finish. So because of that, you're not getting that extraneous noise or extra just annoyance that you may get. Plus, if you start to sweat when you play, as Andy Powers says, he tends to squeak. So having that satin finish takes away that squeaking that you would get on the top of the instrument as you're playing and maybe starting to perspire. On top of that, this guitar has some other things you may not see right away, but they add up for a big playing experience. There's a cutaway on this guitar, but there's a bevel within that cutaway. And on top of that, we actually do a contoured heel. Okay? So what that leads to for you as the player is you have full access all the way up the fingerboard. In fact, you can play into the sound hole if you really wanted to, but you can play all the way up here, all the way down to the low E string if you really wanted to, all the way up to the 20th fret. We took the strap button that's normally here and we put it on the back. This way you can have unfettered access all the way up the fingerboard. All this leads to a much more comfortable playing experience, and it makes you want to pick up the guitar and play longer. But also it's going to enhance your tone because you're not getting the sound of your shirt ruffling or the sound of your arm squeaking on the top of the instrument. And you're going to see other Builder's Editions come out from Taylor Guitars, but right now, this is the first one. Again, this is the K14 CE Builder's Edition, but all other Builder's Editions that come out in the future, they're going to feature these same attributes. New from Taylor, and it's a big part of who we are as a company.